I'm Richard Elashadi or Tuzemi. Protests that they take part for different parts of this country due to non-payment of arrears and salaries of a non-academic staff union of a university for this country. These protests that they saw part of this country forcefully. Get the point? Now they don't protest it. Now their sweats, now their money, that every arrears should be paid to them. See, they don't pay some people, but them, they never pay them. And this collaboration, see, they reach some senior staff of a non-academic staff union, and their counterparts, now they embark on this strike. So I beg, these people, they get families. Every agreement should be honored. They get family, they get people when they take care of, they get people when they depend on. The way this country don't be so, not be time when they take the whole anybody's salary. Pay anybody what is due, because the hardship alone for this country, it does too much. Pay anybody that is necessary, that is due to be paid, pay them. They be human beings, they are work for it. They are not begging you guys to dash their money, but what they work for. Pay them so that everybody go happy, the country go well. Observe how the
He graciously approved that the 4 months withhold salaries of our members should be immediately paid, and he also directed that universities should be exempted from IPPIS. 9 months later, after this presidential directive, where is the money? Where is the implementation of this directive? All we see is that we have a selective George Orwellian implementation of this directive.
Members of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, Ssanu, and their counterparts from the Non-Academic Staff Union of Universities, Nasu, and other affiliates at the University of Ilorin have staged a peaceful protest against the continued delay by the federal government in paying their 4 months withheld salaries and 50 billion naira end allowances. Leading the protest, Nasu chairman Suberu Ibrahim and Ssanu chairman Falowo Nahim insist the federal government must remove their members from the Integrated Payroll and Personnel Information System (IPPIS), saying there is need to seriously cut down the cost of governance in the country to concentrate on improving the standard of education in Nigeria. That was the mood of Nasu and Ssanu members, University of Ilorin branch, as union leaders expressed sadness over the nonchalant attitude of the federal government to public institutions, which is informing this protest to press home their demands.
We are on a protest trying to sensitize the public on the insensitivity of the government to our plight. You will recall that we have been demanding for our withheld salary, that the president of the country gave us a passionate approval that they should pay us the 4 months withheld salary. Up till now, since December, nothing was done to it. Several attempts have been made by the union to get a fact of what they want to do. Up till now, nothing was done. And we are looking at it as if the government is trying to fool us. And not only that, the president, that is the federal government, promises to give us 50 billion allowances. Up till now, we've not gotten anything about that.
We workers, we are not the one that will formulate policies. They will formulate policies that will impact on Nigerian workers. The suffering is too much. We could not afford food. We could not afford medical care. We could not afford house rent. We couldn't afford school fees for our children.
They also want the federal government to cut down the expensive cost of governance in the country with a view to improve the standard of public institutions.
We are calling on government to reduce expenses on governance so that they will be able to serve Nigeria well. Nothing is working in Nigeria. We workers, we are not the one that will formulate policies. They will formulate policies that will impact on Nigeria workers. The suffering is too much. We could not afford food. We could not afford medical care. We could not afford house rent. We couldn't afford school fees for our children. We could not afford transportation to our offices. We are suffering.
We are looking at it that the education is the bedrock of any nation's building. They are not trying to achieve that. So all this, we are looking at it as if they are trying to deceive us. We are hungry. All of us are hungry. We are dying in silence, and we cannot afford doing that. And that is why we come outside today to agitate for our right. After this protest, we are going to Abuja to do a grand protest in Abuja next week, of which if they resist to do that, we are going on an indefinite strike.
The university workers, however, pleaded with Nigerians to compel the federal government to listen to their demands before an imminent strike. Olufemi Akobi, AIT News, Ilorin.
The president of this nation ordered that they should pay us, all the workers in all universities, their withheld salary. But it will interest you that the federal government pay Ssanu alone, even though we are not against them for paying the Ssanu. But since then, the national officers of this union has been meeting with the federal government, the Minister of Education, Minister of Labour, to pay us our money, but they did not do it.
Federal government has a lot to do when it comes to making sure that salaries are not withheld unnecessarily. If you want us to continue to be law-abiding citizens that we are, federal government respect law. We respected law. That is why we found ourselves in this mess. We did all we were supposed to do before we embarked on strike. We wrote several letters. We had several meetings. We did protests. We do a day warning, 2 days warning, 3 days warning.